All right, I want to welcome on my next guest. We've got Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Olamide Zaccheaus. Olamide, has everything going? It's a wild world we're living in right now.
Yeah, everything's going good, man. Just trying to hang in there at this point.
Definitely. So what have you been doing during this quarantine and everything going on? Have you been staying in shape and just staying busy?
Just working out. I got a dog, so just taking
cool.
care of him and staying out of trouble.
That's awesome. You guys excited to get back to campus? I know that they were playing around with all the health stuff and the testing, and they finally got that going. But you guys ready to get back to football?
Yeah, just waiting on NFL at this point.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
That's awesome.
Mostly everybody I'm training was ready to go. So
that's
just
awesome.
Waiting to hear.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait. So I just want to ask you a little bit about your early career. So, so is it true that your interest in football started one of your babysitters introduced the game to you?
Yeah. So I didn't even play any sports until my mom. We switched babysitters because we had an incident with the other one, and then me and my brother would come home after school, and all of her kids would be out playing sports and just doing things, and we would just be doing homework in the crib in the house. And then the babysitter was just one day just brought us with him one day, and that's how my sports career began, through a babysitter. So it's crazy.
That's awesome. If they ever call you up, be like, hey, we want tickets. You'll be nowhere without me.
We still keep in touch. So,
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's still a good relationship.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I saw that in high school, was it true your coach used to pick you up every morning for practice?
Every morning.
What time?
Early, 5:30 sometimes. Yeah, 5. Yeah. I didn't want to be. My mom made me go to the high school that I went to.
Cool.
So at first it was I didn't want to do any of this. So, he made a lot of sacrifices for me.
That's
and
awesome.
Just, he did a lot for me. So I'm appreciative of him. But yeah, he would pick me up in the morning, and he would always have a bagel and a blue Gatorade, a blue Powerade.
Where are you gonna bagel that early in the morning?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Damn, I forgot that's why they're 24 hours.
24 hours. Yeah.
That's wild. And then, so what point during your high school career did playing college football really become a reality?
It was always a thing ever since I started playing sports, and just started understanding how many opportunities come from just playing sports. It was always on my mind, especially knowing how much my mom did for me and my brother. I didn't want her to worry about college and having to pay for that. So it was always on my mind, but it really became real when I got my first offer from Temple, I think my sophomore or junior year. And then, I didn't have that many offers, but, just getting that first one, I just knew that I didn't have to worry about it.
So now you're looking forward to playing Matt Rule?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. He sort of recruited me. But yeah, it's wild how, I just watching him go from Temple to Baylor, and then now he's with the Panthers. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
He's definitely watching that highlight you made last year against them to make sure he's trying to prevent this moving again.
Right.
So what sold you at UVA?
Just the combination of academics and playing in a Power 5 conference.
Yeah.
They weren't the best program, but I wasn't really worried about that. I just wanted to go and play football. So, me, my mom, my brother, and my high school head coach took a visit there. And then once we did that, that's really all I needed to see.
That's awesome.
So, the day after we went there and visited, I committed.
Oh, cool. And then, so was there an adjustment period for you getting accustomed to the ACC football, or was it relatively easy for you?
I feel like high school prepared me for college. My high school was it was hard. So I feel like I was prepared for college when I got there. It was more so just learning, what they wanted and different things like that. But as far as the speed of the game, I felt like that was pretty easy adjustment for me just because of, the competition I played in high school.
That's awesome. I saw you majored in psychology. Is that true?
Yeah, I did. I did major in psychology. I wanted to major in computer science at first, but it's a little bit too time consuming for me. So I decided to, do something that I'm still interested in and that
cool.
still challenge me. So I went with psychology.
That's awesome. I saw your UVA's all-time leader in receptions. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that went into that, but yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I have a question. Where were you when the basketball team won the national championship?
I was on grounds. Like I was
Really?
at school. Yeah, so it was probably the craziest I've ever seen the school. Like it was wild. Like it was so crazy. It was so crazy. But
I was in some pool and I had them, Duke, Auburn, and Texas Tech in the Final Four. And if that dude on Auburn didn't foul, who was that? Kyle Guy, I would have won like $500. I'm sitting there, I'm just like, why? No, but that must have been awesome. What was that energy like? Just with all that stuff going on, it was insane.
Man, I always say this. It was like they created like the best like handful of days like at the school for me.
That's awesome.
Like so I rep them boys like they're my own for real. But like the campus was crazy. It was just I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it.
You must have like walked back on campus like gods.
I mean, they were already up there, but then they cemented themselves as like legends at that point.
That's
like
awesome.
UVA legends, yeah.
And then, so at what point did you realize you had a shot at the NFL?
Just kind of like how it was with college. Like it was always on my mind. It was something that I wanted to do, and just having people in the corner and just everybody around me just helping me is just. I've always had it on my mind. It was never a doubt in my mind that I wouldn't be playing in the NFL. So just throughout my whole career, for real.
That's awesome. And then did you kind of put a chip on your shoulder that you weren't invited to the combine?
Like I look back at it now, and it's just like things like that. I never really worried about it just because I can't control that. I couldn't control being invited to the combine. Not having any, Senior Bowl invites or none of that. But I can't control those things. So, but just looking at like my story, like I always say, it wouldn't make sense if I got a combine invite or if I was drafted. Like it's just a part of my story. So,
awesome.
And it's always just been like me being an underdog and having to grind and work for what I have.
Did you know during the draft there was a good chance you weren't going to be drafted, or was that a surprise to you?
Like. I was expecting more of a day 3, if anything, but just as the day 3 went on, I'm like, it's probably not gonna happen. But I just at that point, I just wanted an opportunity.
Yeah.
And Atlanta, gave me an opportunity, awesome. So I'm grateful.
Why do you think it is that undrafted free agents make it much more than 7th rounders in the NFL? I don't understand that.
I think it's partly because you have a choice of where you want to go. So you can kind of figure out like, okay, I'll fit in better here than over here, even though like you're not drafted and you don't get a signing bonus and money and all that. But I think you get a choice of where you want to go and where you want to show your talent and who you want to show your talent to.
And then, so what sold you on Atlanta?
My brother has been here in Atlanta since he was 16.
Oh, cool. And
then I just felt like I'm learning from some greats like Mo, Julio, Red, even Gage. Like just the whole receiver room was like there's a lot of people here that I could learn from. And even if I wasn't here, like I felt like I could learn from those guys. And if I didn't end up in Atlanta, I would like take what I learned from them and then just be good anywhere else. So. But I'm just, like I said, I'm grateful that I'm still here. I'm still learning from them. Like, I'm truly grateful.
What was your first experience like meeting Julio?
So when I first saw him, I was like, I just walked by. He was in the training room, and I just walked by him, and I was like, "That's Julio. That's Julio." But I didn't officially meet him until we were in meeting rooms and all that. But I was just like taken back by it. Like, dang, that's really Julio Jones. Like,
yeah. That's wild. Was that the guy you're probably most starstruck by?
I would say so, just because like you see all these people, like you play with them in Madden and then you see them on TV like making all these plays, like 300-yard games. Like I watched that game, like those highlights like 3-4 times, and it's just crazy. But yeah, as you become a part of the league, you just get used to, seeing those type of people. So
That's awesome.
but I'd definitely say he was up there.
And then, so when you agreed to go to Atlanta, what was that process like? What did they tell you? Like, what did they see in you that they said, all right, we're going to eventually want you on the 53, or did they say like you have a chance? What was that process like?
Just that I had a chance. Obviously you have to work for it, but that's all I wanted, just a chance. I'm confident what I'm able to do, and that was really it.
That's awesome. And then, so what was that, just that whole process like? Like, was it just kind of like you making sure you're outworking everybody around you, or just you wanted it more, or how did you show them like I'm the guy you want?
Just being disciplined, and I always pride myself on knowing the whole offense. So I feel like the more you can do, the more you can do. That's what I learned in college with under Coach Mendenhall's. Literally, like, the more you can do, the more you can do. So just being able to be at any position and, them feeling comfortable enough to put me anywhere, I feel like definitely helped my chances when it came down to, making cuts and stuff. So that's one thing that I wanted to really focus on, last year.
And I saw you and Shaw. Did he kind of take a liking to you, since you guys both UVA guys?
Yeah, even Kurt too. Kurt Benkert. I played with Kurt in high school, in college for 2 years. So they always look out for their alumni, their fellow alumni. So it's just, like I said, I was in a pretty good position and around great people that wanted to help. So I'm lucky and I'm grateful.
That's awesome. And then, so where were you when they told you made the team?
I was in their like little housing that they have next to the practice field. And it was just like, it was kind of a stressful day because apparently no call is good news. So like I wasn't like getting a call, and I was just like kind of like stressing out a little bit. And then finally the receivers coach, Coach Roth, at the time, he finally called me and was like, "You're good, like, just relax." And then I called my mom, called my brother, and then they were both happy. But I just knew that I still had work to do, so I wasn't too happy. But I was like, all right, I can chill, I can like relax. So
were they like screaming on the other end of the phone?
My mom was definitely screaming. My brother was happy, was really happy for me. But but like I said, I knew I still had more work to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then so fast forward to the preseason, sort of preseason, regular season. What was that process like to try to make a name for yourself now that you're on the team, but you want to make your name heard?
Yeah, so I was on the 53 for like the first 8 weeks, but I was inactive. So it was still an adjustment for me because I wasn't playing in the games, and I'm not used to that. Like, I'm not used to traveling with the team and then not playing. But I just wanted to, like, I had to change my mindset. I'm like, you're not getting better in the games. Like, you're not playing in the games, so you have to get better at practice. So I treat practice like games, and I like go really hard. And then eventually, things happen, and then I played my first game in Arizona, like week 7 or 8, I think. And then like the rest of the season, I was active for the most part.
Oh, cool.
And then it was an adjustment, but I just like always, I knew I just had to work for it. And that's all it was.
Was it did it really change like on a week-to-week basis, or was it really, you just kind of have to stay ready?
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Just week to week, depends. You might be up. Like, that's literally what it was. You might be up, you might not. So just stay ready. Yeah.
That's wild. And then, so what was it like taking that 93-yarder to the house against Carolina?
In the moment, it didn't really feel real. Like, I just didn't feel real. It didn't really hit me until like I got back to the locker room, and then I couldn't use my phone. Like everybody was hitting me up, calling me, different things like that. Awesome. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
You kept the ball, right?
I actually dropped it because at first I dropped it, but then you can see on film our equipment guy Joe.
Oh, good. Like,
he goes and grabs the ball for me, and he holds it for me. So
that's awesome. That's so cool. That's
So I have the ball. I have the ball now, but I did drop it though.
You can be like, wait, I forgot something. I got my keys,
Right.
I got my wallet. Wait a minute, where's the ball?
The ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna want that. And then you had a fumble return for touchdown against the Niners. You kept that one. You hold on to that one?
Yeah, I actually did.
All right, good.
Well, the same kind of thing. I dropped it, but I got it back.
Yeah.
But that one was just crazy because that was honestly it was top 2 best games I've ever been a part of.
Oh,
just
cool.
like how that whole game went. But just to finish the game like that and just, the energy from the whole team was it was surreal. It was surreal.
Now I got a question. So Madden, these ratings are dropping soon. What do you think your Madden rating should be this year?
I mean, I don't know. Madden always has different opinions and things like that. So I'll let them figure that out. But I think my speed should be a little bit higher than it was last year because it was an 89. I think it should be at least a little higher in the 90s, 91, 92.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But as far as like the rating, I know it's going to be low again because it's Madden and you have to really prove yourself before they, bump your rating up. So
yeah, that's awesome.
I'm expecting something low.
Do you always use yourself when you're playing?
No.
Really?
I like to. I mean, it's just because like it's Madden. I'm competitive, so I'm not gonna use a low-rated receiver. Like I want the best. I'm trying to use somebody who can actually move. Even though I know what I can do in real life, but it's a video game though. So, but yeah, I usually don't use myself.
Definitely. And then so after the season ended, what was your kind of mindset like? All right, did you kind of take a break or were you just like, I got to get back and get going?
I knew I had to take a break just for my body's sake. But like me, I feel like I got to go. Like I have to work. Like, if I'm not getting better, I'm getting worse. That's just my mindset. So I took like 2 weeks off and then I was right back training, like trying to get my diet right. And I just remember during the season, I'm like, I can't wait till this off season so I can like really focus on certain things that I know I have to get better at. And then the off season came and I got to it. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool.
I'm feeling really good.
And so for the guys that were in your situation last year, this year, they're trying to make a team and everything's virtual. What do you think they're really missing out on?
They're missing out on the adjustment. Like OTAs is huge. It's so huge. Being able to see the speed of the game and just the little ins and outs of playbooks and different plays and even players like not having that and just having to jump straight into training camp or whatever we might just jump into is going to be hard for them. But I'm trying to help like our undrafted free agent rookie receivers that are coming. I'm trying to help them as much as possible. So I've been keeping in touch with them,
Awesome.
just literally just trying to help them, adjust because it's tough this year with something like Corona.
Yeah,
so you can't really plan for that.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. And I got one last question for you. So what are your goals for year number 2?
Just to increase my role a little bit in the offense, and then I always know special teams is definitely going to be something that I want to be more of a presence on special teams this year. That's one thing I really want to focus on and really tap into.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And for people that don't follow you on social media, how can they find you?
So Instagram is definitely what I use the most. I'm on Twitter, but not as much. Both of them are the same handle at LLAMADAY at Olamide. And yeah. Simple.
Okay. It's awesome. It's awesome. Well, this has been a blast. Really appreciate you taking the time, and I can't wait for the season to start up. I'm looking for it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely, man. Take it easy. Be safe, and we're ready for the season. Hopefully, we can get to go in early September.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, man. Take it easy. Stay safe.
All right. You too. Thank you.